So you've already got it to where you're publishing books on the Amazon platform. But did you know that there are many other ways to actually make money on Amazon?
Tell me more.
Well, we're going to tell you the best ways to make money on Amazon in 2018. So you're going to want to make sure that you stay
tuned.
Welcome to Self-Publishing with Dale
and Kelly.
And if you're new here, you want to learn how to publish your book while building your brand, make sure that you subscribe and turn your notifications on to get all of the latest content. This is brought to you in part by Save time and hassle when writing your next book by recording your book and transcribing it with my preferred transcription service, Rev.com. At $1 per minute of transcription, Rev's service is a steal. To get $10 off your first order, simply head over to our affiliate link at selfpublishingwithdale.com/rev. Join us on a special broadcast time on Monday, August 27th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Publishing Paperback Books, comparing print book companies. Are you wondering where to publish your print books? Then you'll want to hear what we have to say about publishing paperback books while comparing print book companies. What's shaking, everybody? It's great to see everyone in the house. Who all is here? Give us a shout. If you're lurking, stop lurking. We want to hear from you. Where you at? Where you from? How you feeling today?
Mojo, good to see you. We'll be seeing you in like a week and a half, so it'll be awesome to see you in person.
BookNet Fest, Orlando, Florida, September 6th and 7th, correct?
7th and 8th.
7th and 8th. Thank you very much. Come down there and join us. This is a great place for readers and writers alike, all talking about the love of books. So you're going to want to go over to BookNet Fest, and actually we're being joined by the illustrious Kim here. The three of us are doing a self-publishing workshop.
And if you're close to Orlando, knock on wood, you're not going to find a cheaper conference anywhere. I mean, unless it's free.
It is dirt cheap, and for the amount of things that they're going to be doing, it's amazing. And it's a not-for-profit organization. They want to bring a conference to you, the reader and writer, that's affordable. So we're not getting paid to say this. We just want to see you come on up and show up there at Orlando, Florida, and let's meet face to face. We can chat, talk a little bit about this publishing business. So we see who else came in?
Ava, Tony Jacobson, lawyer, listener, follower, watcher. Barbara, awesome. Good to see you again.
I thought you said lawyer for a second. I was like, Tony's a lawyer? What? You said loyal. I just
because he was on earlier.
Yes,
and I know a lot of these people were on earlier watching me, so I love it.
Yes.
Crystal Chick or Cheek, Vancouver Island. I think we'll be by you soon. Is Vancouver near Vancouver Island? I assume it is.
Yeah. We're going to be around Vancouver, so let's get connected. We definitely would love to meet up with all of you. And you're going to see down in the ticker here, there's going to be some updated details. We actually have many events coming up over the next couple of months. And what you can do is access this at selfpublishingwithdale.com/events. Take a look, see, and drop me a line at dale@selfpublishingwithdale.com if you'd like to meet up. It would definitely be freaking awesome. So I know we got to start to transition because we got a lot of ground to cover. And here's the facts, folks. Here's the facts, folks. Say that 10 times fast. I actually got to disconnect here. We can't go longer than usual because I actually have an interview with the incomparable Mark Guberti of the Breakthrough Success podcast. He has a very big summit that's coming up later this year, and he's including me in on it, and we're doing an interview today for that. So you guys don't want to miss that. So why don't we just roll that beautiful bean footage here? Woo! Look at that transition. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? Gets me all excited. So, well, we've been doing this Amazon thing for quite a while.
Yeah, long time.
Yes, and we've probably taken advantage of almost all of these ways to make money on Amazon. So we're going to go back to the well on this. We've kind of covered this before, but we're going to get a little bit more on a granular level here. So this is the best ways to make money on Amazon in 2018. So give them the 411 here, Kelly.
I think we've all heard of Amazon. If you haven't heard of Amazon, where you been? But founded by Mr. Jeff Bezos in July of '94, started as an online bookstore, then expand to offer so much stuff. DVDs, CDs, video downloads, streaming, MP3, audiobooks, apparel, and you can even get your groceries on Amazon. They got it all.
Yeah, it's crazy, but they have everything. And based on where you're at in the world, there are actually some local ways to actually get groceries delivered to you. And we've taken advantage of even something that's called Amazon restaurants. And some of you that actually watched us on our previous broadcasts or our after show parties, we've ordered from Amazon restaurants and had pizza delivered to us while we were streaming. So, it's pretty awesome. But how do we tap into that? So why don't we talk a little bit more about where are we going to get those best ways? So in any event, fun fact. Kelly and I actually worked in an Arizona-based Amazon warehouse in 2011. Before we moved back here to Ohio, we had actually moved out to Phoenix, Arizona, and we were going to make something of ourselves. And the very first job that the two of us picked up when we got out there was with Amazon through a temporary service. We were both in the receiving department. It was, and back me up on this one, it was a big freaking warehouse, wasn't it?
Wasn't it like at least 5 or 6 football fields, if not bigger?
It was huge. Like, you would be winded if you tried to power walk from one side to the next. It was
And they freaking gave you 15-minute breaks, but by the time you left your workstation to go to the break room, you had like 8 minutes left. It was
and she's not exaggerating. It was really that bad. You were eating through some of your small break times. But the order of business typically worked this way, and I can tell this in my sleep because she ended up getting another job with another company outside of Amazon, and I stayed there a little longer and actually worked in more of a managerial. It was actually called an ambassador position, and I actually had this orange vest that came on. But it went from docking to receiving where we were at to stowing to picking to packing to dock again to ship out. So that's actually the order of things. So it was a fun time, but I'll tell you what, it was definitely not as easy as we have it now. And I'm not calling what we're doing easy. But what all does this mean to you? Well, we just kind of wanted to lay the table here, or set the table, lay the groundwork for what we're going to talk about. How can you make more money on Amazon without having to go and work in those warehouses?
Well, that is an option for seasonal employment. We didn't even add that.
It is that. So there is that. And I think, what was the name of the company? Integrity, I think, was the name of the group. And I know Arizona massively expanded. They actually have 8 different warehouses or 7 different warehouses down in the Arizona Valley area. So let's go ahead and start with it. We've got 8 different ways, and we've kind of, compartmentalized a few of them because, come on, let's just get this one out of the way. Self-publishing books. Most of you folks that are actually on here, you're into the self-publishing books. Come on. We want to get the freebie out of the way. So Kelly, what are the ways that we can self-publish books here on Amazon?
KDP, both ebook and paper, CreateSpace, ACX, it's the audiobook stuff.
Audiobook,
And then there's other aggregate publishers that will publish to Amazon for you, which includes Lulu, Ingram Sparks, Drafted Digital, and Smashwords.
You said Sparks purposely, didn't you? You're messing with me. You and Emeka are in together on this one. Don't pluralize, it's Ingram Spark. But in any event, so we got to get those ones out of the way. But rest assured, if you're a self-publisher, be it an indie author or if you're just doing no content books, you don't want to tune out because these options are certainly viable based on what your situation is, and it might actually be something that's going to increase your paydays. So let me get the next one because this one I like talking about. So method number 7. Fulfilled by Amazon, or otherwise known as FBA. This is where you source products and you sell through the Amazon platform. It was another thing that Kelly and I actually were doing, and it was pretty lucrative at one point, but it was a lot of work. And it's don't get me wrong, it's still a great opportunity, but Kelly can kind of shed light on what happened with us in Amazon FBA.
Well, there's many models you can do on FBA. Mm-hmm. You can do private label, you can do, I can't even think of it, but what I chose to do was retail arbitrage.
Yeah. And
for the most part, I focused on food. I know he did some toys like WWE figures. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But anywho, what happened was people saw it was a low barrier to entry business model, and lots of people saw the opportunity with food. personally, I love food, so that's why I went to it. But I would find an awesome item, great ROI, send it into the warehouse, and other people would also find that. And they want to make money too. So they're like, okay, I'm going to get the buy box, which is what people see when they click on the item. I'm going to do 5 cents cheaper. Oh no, I'm going to do 5 cents cheaper. It was what we call a race to the bottom.
Yep.
And so after a while, some people were happy. And of course, fees went up too. Some people were happy with a quarter profit. Well, you got to sell a lot of quarter items to make rent. Sorry, unless you live in a cardboard box. So that's where I stood. And I'm like, I'm doing all this work. It's kind of like physical labor.
It really is. Actually, I was breaking out in sweat and such anytime I was having to pack, and then we have to take the boxes to get delivered.
I think sometimes we had 200 to 300 pounds we were sending into the warehouse, and sometimes we didn't have the UPS driver picking it up for us. So after a while, I was like, there just has to be an easier way besides this, manual labor for, decreasing amount of income. As to say is, if, I had to go back into FBA, it'd be okay. You can set your own schedule. I would just choose a different business model as opposed to what we did.
And it's not super passive because you're going to definitely have to put some more effort into it, at least the way that we did it. There are the methods of, say, for instance, doing like the drop shipping style type stuff, but that's another conversation for another day. We just want to make sure that you know that these options are available. In any event, so Kelly, share with me the method number 6.
I just know this is available. Yeah. I don't know much more than that because I'm not a techie. I'm not going to hide that at all. But you can make apps with Amazon.
Okay.
And they pay you. That's about all I know.
Yeah. There's different games, resources, and such that you can actually put into the apps. Bonus tip, this is actually something for me, and I haven't really broken ground too much on this. But there's actually a free app developing software out there. It's called Apps Geyser. It's fairly intuitive. I actually whipped one together and it's in the Google Play Store. So if anybody's ever discovered me or are listening to me currently right now on an app that you got through the Google Play Store of Self-Publishing with Dale, I did it through Apps Geyser. It literally was super simple. I just sat for like a few hours, toyed around with it, uploaded it, paid like a $25 upload fee for Google Play. I think it's completely free though on Amazon. Oh. And so this is a way to kind of monetize your brand and start to build that. And of course, if you can do very basic coding and programming and such, this might actually be a great option for you. So just something to toy with. And also, I want you to think about how can you build your brand on something like this. There's a variety of ways you can use apps. So your imagination is your only limits. Kelly, what about method number 5?
Before I say this, just a quick hello to everyone who came in late. Thank you for joining. Method number 5, Amazon Associates, and if you have a big enough following, Amazon Influencer. You get a percentage of sale of every item that you refer someone to and they purchase it. And then as far as Amazon Associates, you need a website and a web presence. For Amazon Influencer, you need a certain amount of followers on social media or YouTube. They don't tell you how much that is. You just put in your credentials for the various platforms and they tell you yay or nay. So for me, I know I don't qualify yet, but I know you do.
Right. It was fairly simple. I wish I could tell you that I have done a lot more with Amazon Associates and Amazon Influencer program. I just got started on Amazon Influencer. And literally pocket change when it comes to Amazon Associates because I don't spend too much time. You can go over, I can shamelessly plug, you can go over to selfpublishingwithdale.com/Amazon and do all your shopping through that link. But for the most part, you can see that there's more opportunities that you can do that. You can share your books, for instance, through, say, Twitter, and it's cool. It's actually kind of built into the dashboard of your Amazon Associates profile that you can actually hit Twitter. It'll tweet it on out, and it actually will have that affiliate. And the nice thing is if somebody clicks on it, even if they don't buy your book and they buy something else, you actually get a nice little percentage of that. So every little dime can kind of count. And the beauty of it is if you are an indie author, Amazon Author Central actually recommends that you join the Amazon Associates program. It actually is right on their landing page. Join the Amazon Associates program, and it tells you to kind of do it from there.
Merch does too.
Merch does too?
Yeah.
You're spoiling stuff for people.
That's part of the Amazon Associates.
Yes. All right, so Method number 4. What do we have here, Kelly?
Turk, or stands for Mechanical Turk.
Okay.
And I'll just summarize in their words. It is, in my words, it's it's a last resort freelance work program. And I say last resort because the pay is not the best unless you've been on there a long time and you take a lot of skills tests. I did this when I first started FBA because I was sick of eBay and I wanted some money to flip for FBA profit. So fun fact, this is what I used to start our FBA business. Turk, I swear I did 15 to 20 hours to get like $20. So like I said, it is, it might be cool to you because it's something new, but it's very mundane, low-paying tasks.
Hey, we didn't say it was an awesome way to make money. It is just one of
But
the
it's
ways.
available. I mean, you might like that type of work, and if you like it, go on with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a few more to burn through here. Method number 3 is merch by Amazon, which Kelly just kind of mentioned. This is one of our favorite ones. Anybody? I know that we've had a few people that have come in since. Who all has a Merch by Amazon account? Let's hear a show of hands here in the live chat. And if you're watching on the replay, do you have a Merch by Amazon account? This we mentioned, what was it, week before last, and it's a print-on-demand service, and it works on an application-based basis, and it's a tier-based system. So you actually have to apply for it. It's over on Merch by Amazon's landing page. You go on in there, answer all the questions, yada yada. This was something we had mentioned before that. We don't know for certain what gets you accepted in the program. We got in pretty early to where it was like, got a pulse? Okay, you get a count.
We didn't even have to apply.
Yeah, it was literally just open and it was done. And it started actually at the 25 tier mark, which meant we could have 25 product designs in our account. Now it starts out at 10, and then it starts to grow up in different increments based on the number of sales. So for instance, I'm at a tier 1,000, which is pretty impressive considering all the very little work I've done in it. And then yours is at a tier 50,000, I think, something like that.
I'm only at 6,000.
Yeah, so Kelly does pretty well in this one, and you're able to do basic t-shirts, premium t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and more recently, this was something they were talking about inside your live chat earlier here on your YouTube channel, and that's pop sockets, which are essentially what?
I don't have my phone, but it's the thing you put on the back of your phone.
Yeah.
And you can like grip it easier with your fingers, or you can put it up as a stand, which I like it both ways, but it makes it easier to watch some YouTube videos instead of holding it.
Right. Me, I'm a little old school. I can just hold it, but I guess that when you're using that quite a bit. But pop sockets, it's something. So, method number 2, Kelly.
Prime Video Direct, which used to be Amazon Video Direct.
Yep.
Think Kindle Direct Publishing for videos. More like the ebook model, because you get paid for minutes streamed, I believe, or purchases.
Correct.
It's in the US, UK, Germany, Japan. It's a relatively new platform, so they've went through a lot of growing pains.
Yeah.
But now they're really, really, really focused on just filmmakers. And they say it's not an adequate replacement for YouTube. You need to meet very strict upload requirements, and one of those is subtitles. So you gotta, get a service. Then you need file art, which is kind of like thumbnails on YouTube, kind of.
They have specific guidelines that you actually have to follow within. It's very stringent. I think, well, let's just get to the point. When it comes to Prime Video Direct, you and I have been doing it for a cup of coffee, and I was pretty excited about it last year, but going into this year, I discovered that it was the biggest issue that you and I found was it wasn't that it was just such a small amount that they were paying you per stream minute. It was the fact that it was slow. You could upload a 3-minute video and it will take 5 hours to upload, and it'll take nearly like a week to 2 weeks for them to actually process it and make it live. So it's rather defeating. So I think that this platform is promising, but is it a YouTube? No. Don't make any mistake about it. It's not a YouTube. It's not like a live streaming platform. I believe that is a great way for you as an author to grow your brand. So if you want to further index your author name, this could probably be one of the ways that you can maybe get on. If you're a nonfiction author, you can probably do a short video about what it is you're talking about, or you can even, for instance, go and, I don't know, if a fiction author, you can always do a fireside reading, something like that. So it's up to your imagination at this point. What do you guys think so far, you guys and gals? I don't want to disclude or not include the ladies here. How many ways are you making money on Amazon? Do you agree with our advice? And what would you recommend? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And we've got one more. You guys hopefully noticed we've got one more little gem here. So we want to make sure that you stick around for this. We want to hear what your thoughts are. Just make a comment right down in the comments area. And in the meantime, the podcast is brought to you in part by
Save time and hassle when writing your next book by recording your book and transcribing it with my preferred transcription service, Rev.com. At $1 per minute of transcription, Rev's service is a steal. To get $10 off your first order, simply head over to our affiliate link at selfpublishingwithdale.com/rev. Join us on a special broadcast time on Monday, August 27th at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Publishing Paperback Books, comparing print book companies. Are you wondering where to publish your print books? Then you'll want to hear what we have to say about publishing paperback books while comparing print book companies.
So exciting. Please make sure that you put this on your calendar that we are going to be here on Monday, not Thursday. There will not be a Thursday live because we actually will be in, where are we at next week?
Dallas, Texas.
Dallas, Texas for Video Marketing World. So join us down there. That'd be awesome to meet up with you. All right, so what does the chat say? What does everybody say here about some of these models? And can anybody guess the last method of making money that we're going to mention here? Banana sticker for the person who can guess.
Well, technically I missed more Amazon ways because Luxury Card Store worked for Amazon Flex for one day. I didn't even think about Amazon Flex and the grocery delivery service. I think that's what Flex is.
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
Let's see. Thank you, John Wasser. Bring on Q4. Thank you for noticing the shirt. Does Lulu do no content books? Yes, they do. I do have one up. I think I've mentioned before, it's a good alternative if you can't do Amazon and if you want to spread out. However, or if you want to do like a Shopify store and do ads, which I don't want to do, the royalty is quite low. On my royalty that I would get like $2.05 on Amazon, I get like a quarter on Lulu. Because I think Amazon to Lulu is like their expanded distribution. So that's why it's so low. So in my opinion, go with CreateSpace and KDP Print until you're either kicked off, which I hope you aren't, or,
please don't.
You just have maximized all your ideas and you need something fresh.
Yeah. Lulu's a good idea. And actually, if you're in our Facebook group, oddly enough, and if any of my mods can do me a favor, just drop the link to the Facebook group. That's facebook.com/groups/self-publishing-books. I actually have, and you can just do a quick search in there, a post from about a few days ago or so. There actually is a link to Lulu. They actually have two different types of templates for planners and notebooks, and they actually are encouraging you to utilize their templates and publish onto their platform. So that is further proof that Lulu does accept that. And the nice thing is there's different options. You can also get the binders and such. But we'll dig that down into this just a little bit further. I want to kind of see if there's any other guesses and any other kind of advice around what we're talking about before we get to the very last way you can make money that we're going to discuss at least. Amazon Flex wasn't one of them. Good call. Banana sticker, by the way. Oh yeah.
Pop sockets are great.
Awesome.
I don't think anyone has a guess unless I missed it. Yeah, Ava added their community. If Turk sounds interesting to you and you like the freelance type work and you don't want to send in applications to Upwork, there are communities on Reddit that will help you get more out of Turk. There are forums and stuff where people share the best gigs, etc. So go to Reddit and check that out if that income stream sounds appealing.
I see Nafis said AWS. I'm not sure. Nafis, maybe are you saying Amazon Marketing Services? that is a way to drive traffic. I don't know that it's necessarily a way to increase money by itself.
AWS is like Amazon Web Store.
Okay,
maybe?
That makes a little bit more sense. So Nafis is probably right on the money.
Yeah.
ACX, we definitely talked about ACX over in the self-publishing model very beginning. Because we didn't want to like put a bunch of ideas that pretty much are underneath the same roof. But good call on an audiobook. Banana sticker for you.
K Wheeler Books on Lulu.
Amazon Web Services. That's correct.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Ava, for checking that out. On Lulu, don't you have to buy your proof before you let it publish? I did. I don't know if that's every single time or if that's just your very first time. It's like the barrier to entry. But weren't you talking to someone that was able to order from Lulu without
having to do that? Right. They could actually put the product on there. I'm not sure what they did. Maybe was that you, Keith? Maybe that was Keith Wheeler. Big shout out to my boy Keith Wheeler. Go over, subscribe to his channel, selfpublishingwithdale.com/Keith. You guys don't want to miss out on his content for making children's books. He's got some good stuff and no content journal templates. You want to get on over there and get his stuff. All right, well, let's get this last tip and such, and we're going to come back to the chat because I want to make sure that anybody's watching this on the replay aren't becoming impatient, because we do have one last method. And this right here is by far my most favorite option right now. I'm super excited. Am I making tons of money? No. Twitch. I know, a lot of people are probably surprised. Twitch? What are you talking about, Dale? This is actually a live streaming video platform that was actually established in the mid-2011 from Justin.tv. It was actually acquired by Amazon within the last couple of years for $970 million. Let's say it together. Whoa.
Whoa.
Well, we're not on that one. So it was actually originally intended for gamers, and now it actually includes IRLs, which is in real life, creative streams, authors, and so much more. You can get this monetized through the Twitch affiliates program as well as the partners program. Affiliates is kind of like the base level of getting monetized, and then there's the partners program, which is the next step up. Obviously, you get paid just a little bit more in the partners. In any event, you can get paid for a variety of ways, including something that's called bits, which is a way of it's kind of like Twitch currency, but you give it to the actual streamers. You will watch a video and get so many bits for it, and this actually equates, every bit counts for a penny. So if somebody throws 100 bits at you, you get $1. So it's not too bad. And if somebody subscribes, not just follows is completely free. Somebody subscribes, you get 50% of all that revenue as an affiliate. So it's actually kind of nice. And when you start to really grow your brand and start to build it over on Twitch partners where it's at. I got a good friend of mine in the wrestling business. Her name's Jessica Havoc. She's actually a partner, and she pulls in some decent cheddar, and she gets a lot more perks, including one of the things we saw she got as a partner was
a merch account.
Yep. No application process necessary. She's already a partner. You get a Merch by Amazon account.
Yeah, which is, kind of cool.
Yeah.
So if you get denied for merch, which I hope no one does, go be partner in Twitch and you'll get one anyways.
Yep. Show them. It's a little bit more stringent. But at any rate, does it work in the UK Twitch? Yes, it does. Yes, absolutely. Actually, there's quite a few people, and give that a look. I know that there's been a little bit of a learning curve for some people. They're having some issues in watching videos or participating. What I would recommend is hang in there. It's such a newer and developing platform. They're trying to test out new things, but it's Amazon's baby. So they're going to try their best to improve this particular model. So I know I'm excited about Twitch. It's something you'll see me talking about more often here on this platform. In fact, my long form video and live Q&A, ask me anything type things is going to be over at twitch.tv/self-publish. You guys probably won't see her as much. You'll hear her in the background, but you want to make sure you join me every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday over on the Twitch platform. And actually, I'll talk a little bit more about how to get monetized over there. It's actually really, really good. If any of you actually have ever heard of Garrett Robinson, he actually is a fiction author, self-published. He's somewhat successful, learned underneath Mark Dawson for his Facebook ads course, but Garrett actually does live writing sprints on his Twitch channel. A lot of fun. Really, really cool guy. So, all right, let's go ahead. Let's bounce back over the chat. But before we do, got your word of the day. Today's word of the day is unscrupulous. Define and use this word in a sentence. Prove it you made it this far. I want you to drop the word in the comments, unscrupulous, and use this word in a sentence. If you're listening to this on the podcast audio, I just want you to say unscrupulous out loud and say it into a sentence and scream it really loud at someone if you're driving in traffic. Maybe they'll get really confused. You'll be like, oh my gosh, is this person road raging? Unscrupulous! So, all right, well, what's the chat got going on here? Any questions, concerns, comments?
I was just answering some questions that weren't about the topic.
Yep.
Let's see. Let's answer this one question. I know we got to get going here in a minute.
No rush.
No rush? Okay, I'll answer the question. One question. Same book and ebook and paperback versions leave the same keywords or opportunity to have 14 keywords for the same book. Thanks, guys.
Was that them asking a question or telling us?
Asking a question.
Go ahead, you take this one.
I kind of leave the same 7 keywords because probably 2 reasons. I try to make the 7 keywords like really good, and I don't have the books that I've done, I don't need to use more than 7. So I would think, one, if there's not more than 7 keywords you want to use, just leave it. But if you have more, why not? Try it out.
Yeah, so here's my suggestion is all products have different value in keywords. You want to make sure you do your research based on the type of product. In fact, actually the Mickelson twins talked about it not too long ago on their channel that you want to make sure that and I can't remember which video this was, but they did mention this, that there is different value of your specific type of keywords, be it on audiobook, be it on paperback, and be it on Kindle. You want to make sure that you're doing the research, do your due diligence, but as a worst case scenario, if you're pressed for time, find those high value keywords and plug those into your slots, test it. And something I said in an interview recently on Book Launchers with Julie Broad, I'd mentioned that you really can't just sit on keywords. You can't just set them and forget them for the rest of eternity. You're going to have to go back and change out some keywords so you can continue to keep relevancy of your book, continue to be served to the audience you're looking for, because how they look for it and the words they use is going to change from one region to the next and from one time to the next. Yeah. Any other questions, concerns, and comments?
Nope.
Awesome. Very good. Well, it has been a blast. We blazed through a lot of this information. What we hope that you can do is just take even a few of these ideas and try to implement those into your business model. One of the things I always try to tell people is don't put all your eggs in one basket. And Amazon does have quite a lucrative opportunity in making money online. So I'm not telling you should go all in on Amazon, but we want you to know that there are many options you can really take advantage of. Kelly, how can people find you?
YouTube, Kelly Publish, that's Kelly with an I, and Twitter, Kelly Publish.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to see you guys this coming Monday. In the meantime, in between time, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale.
And Kelly.
We'll see you soon.